Take a deep breath and join me for tonight's gentle tale. Geranium and Magnolia, a tale of Bellamy, a tale of baloney. This story is about Geranium, a kind-hearted woman, and Magnolia, a mischievous pixie, who form an unbreakable bond through mutual care and belonging. In a quaint village nestled between rolling hills and lush forests, there lived a kind-hearted young woman named Geranium. She had a garden so beautiful that it seemed to hum with magic. Flowers of every color bloomed in perfect harmony, and butterflies danced through the air like living jewels. Every morning, Geranium would walk through her garden, tending to each plant as if they were her children. One day, as the sun was setting in a sky awash with hues of pink and gold, Geranium heard a soft giggle coming from the rose bushes. She approached cautiously and discovered a tiny creature with delicate wings, shimmering like a rainbow. It was a mischievous pixie named Magnolia, who had accidentally found her way into Geranium's garden. "Who are you?" asked Geranium, her voice filled with wonder. "I'm Magnolia," the pixie replied with a twinkle in her eye. "And who might you be?" "I'm Geranium, and this is my garden." "You are welcome here," she said warmly. From that day on, Geranium and Magnolia formed an unexpected friendship. Magnolia would play tricks making flowers bloom in impossible colors and shapes, while Geranium would laugh and find joy in the pixie's antics. They spent their days together, learning from each other. Magnolia taught Geranium the language of the wind and the secrets of the forest, while Geranium showed Magnolia the beauty of nurturing and patience. As the seasons changed, so did their bond. When winter came, the garden would sleep under a blanket of snow, and Magnolia would tell stories of summer's return. In turn, Geranium would weave warm blankets and prepare the soil for the coming spring. One particularly, a harsh winter, Magnolia fell ill. Her wings lost their shimmer, and her laughter faded. Geranium, heartbroken, tended to her friend with unwavering care. She brewed herbal teas, sang gentle lullabies, and kept Magnolia warm. "You belong here," Geranium whispered one evening as she tucked Magnolia in. "You have made this garden even more magical." Magnolia smiled quickly, her eyes filled with tears of gratitude. "Thank you, Geranium. You've given me a home." As spring approached and the first flowers began to bud, Magnolia's strength returned. Her wings regained their shimmer, and her laughter once again filled the garden. The bond between Geranium and Magnolia grew deeper, a testament to the magic of friendship and the meaning of belonging. From then on, the garden was a place where all felt welcome. With Magnolia's magic and Geranium's nurturing touch, it became a sanctuary for creatures of all kinds. And every night, under the twinkling stars, Geranium and Magnolia would sit together, grateful for the gift of each other, feeling an unshakable sense of belonging and peace. Here's another story to gently guide you to rest. Dreams of Achilea and Flower. This story is about a girl named Ophelia and her hamster Flower, who dream of a magical world that becomes a reality through their shared fantasy. Once upon a time, in a quaint little town, there lived a girl named Ophelia who had a heart full of dreams. Achillea's most cherished companion was a little hamster named Flower, who brought joy and warmth to her days. Every night, Achilea would place Flower in her cozy cage by the window, and together they would whisper their dreams to the twinkling stars. One serene evening, as the moon cast a silver glow, Achilea and Flower closed their eyes and imagined a world beyond their tiny town. Achilea dreamed of lush green meadows, vibrant with flowers and butterfly kisses. Flower, with his tiny heart, dreamt of towering cheese mountains and sunflower fields. Their dreams merged, creating a magical land where they both could wander freely. As the night deepened, the stars seemed to listen intently, their gentle flickers coaxing the dreams to come true. The next morning, Achille woke up to find her room filled with the delicate scent of fresh blossoms. To her amazement, Flower's cage was open, and he was nowhere to be found. Frantically searching, Achille followed a trail of glowing petals leading to the garden. There, in the early light, she saw Flower standing atop a small hill, gnawing on a piece of cheese and surrounded by sunflowers. In that moment, Achille realized that their dreams had intertwined to create a real-life wonderland. Overjoyed, she ran to Flower, swooping him up and spinning round in the flower-scented air. Together, they discovered that dreams, when shared, have the power to transform reality into something even more beautiful. Every night thereafter, they whispered new dreams to the stars, knowing that anything was possible, if only they believed. With a heart full of love and a soul full of dreams, Achille and Flower continued to explore their magical world, forever grateful for the power of their shared fantasies. Let's continue with another heartwarming adventure. The Shells of Serendipity. This story is about a curious girl named Nymphea, who discovers a magical shell, and an elf named William, who reveals its extraordinary significance. Nymphea, a curious human girl with locks as golden as the sun, lived by the serene coastlines of Elysia. Every day, she collected shells of varying colors and shapes, her pockets always filled with the treasures of the sea. One tranquil evening, as the sky blushed with hues of orange and pink, she stumbled upon an unusual shell sparkling emerald, shimmering under the twilight. As she held it, a soft melody began to play, captivating her deeply. Nearby, hidden among the tall reeds, William, an elf with hair like silver moonlight and eyes of deep forest green, witnessed Nymphea's discovery. William approached cautiously, his presence almost ethereal amidst the gently swaying marsh grasses. "That shell is very special," he spoke softly, causing Nymphea to turn with wide eyes. "Who are you?" she asked, both surprised and intrigued. "I am William, guardian of these shores," he replied with a kind smile. They both stood in the golden haze of the setting sun as Nymphea marveled at the newfound ornament. "The shell," explained William, "was enchanted, holding the harmonious essence of the ocean and the forest. Together, they create serenity," he said, "but it was not often found. You must be very special to have stumbled upon it." Nymphea image heart swelled with wonder and warmth as William shared the legend of the shell. It was said to bring peace and unity wherever it resided. The girl listened intently, feeling a bond with the gentle elf. As the last rays of sunlight kissed the horizon, William took a step back towards the reeds. "He did save Nymphea," he said, his voice a tender whisper in the evening breeze. "It's meant for someone who believes in the magic of the world." Nymphea nodded, clutching the shell closer to her heart. As she watched William fade into the soothing embrace of the reeds, she felt a serene determination. That night, with stars scattered across the velvet sky, she kept the shell by her side, its soft song a lullaby guiding her to dreams filled with shimmering green and peaceful waves. Let's continue our journey with another story. Susan and the Laughing River Lobelia. This story is about Susan, an imaginative girl, who forms a magical bond with the laughing river Lobelia, a river that giggles joyfully and shares enchanting tales. Once upon a time, in a quaint little village nestled between emerald mountains and cerulean lakes, lived a bright, imaginative girl named Susan. Susan had a heart full of curiosity and a mind teeming with magical ideas. Every evening, she would stroll along the speaking forest, where ancient trees whispered secrets of the universe to each other. One fine day, as Susan wandered deeper into the forest, she came upon a sparkling river that seemed to be giggling softly. The water danced with joy and light, casting shimmering rainbows into the air. This enchanted stream was known to the villagers as the Laughing River Lobelia. Fascinated, Susan knelt beside the river and asked, "Why do you laugh, dear Lobelia fair?" The river sparkled even more and replied in a tinkling voice, I laugh because the world is full of wonders, and they fill my heart with joy in the ancient river's tales." Over time, Lobelia told Susan enchanting stories about the underwater palaces of mermaids, the treasure-guarding dragons across the 7 hills, and the talking moonflowers that bloomed under the silver moonlight. Each story was more mesmerizing than the last, filling Susan's dreams with brilliant adventures. At twilight, as the sky was painted in hues of pink and gold, Lobelia whispered a secret wish. "Susan, my dear friend, I wish to see what your world looks like," the river murmured. Susan thought for a moment, and then had a spark of an idea. She gathered colorful glass bottles and filled them with Lobelia's sparkling water to create a magical boat. As she set the boat on the river, the laughing river began to transform. The shimmering boat lifted off the ground, carrying Lobelia's sparkling essence into the skies. Together, they sailed over the village, the emerald mountains, and the cerulean lakes, casting sparkles and laughter everywhere they went. From that day on, Susan and Lobelia shared a bond beyond imagination. The villagers often spoke of the sparkling star that danced in the sky each night, a testament to the endless possibilities pride, path, and friendship could bring. Susan grew older. She never forgot her friend, the Laughing River. She would often tell her children and grandchildren about Lobelia, the river that taught her to see the world through the lens of wonder and joy. Until next time, may tonight's tea stay with you.